Have you ever noticed how, as we grow older, the little things in life seem to matter more than the big ones? Maybe it's a warm smile from a neighbor, a simple conversation with a friend, or even the sunlight streaming through your window in the morning. I'm 68 now, and I've realized something that completely changed the way I live. Gratitude heals faster than medicine. And no, I'm not talking about some mystical or spiritual trick. I'm talking about a practice so simple, so natural, that anyone can do it, but it has a profound effect on your mind, body, and overall sense of well-being. I remember a few years ago, I was struggling with a series of small health issues. Nothing life-threatening, just those aches and worries that seem to pile up as you age. I was taking medications, following doctors' advice, eating carefully, exercising when I could, but still, I felt a little off. Then, one day, a friend suggested something simple. Why don't you start a gratitude journal? Just write down 3 things you're thankful for every morning. I chuckled at the idea. Writing down gratitude? How could that help anything? But I decided to give it a try, thinking it couldn't hurt. The first few days were almost mechanical. I wrote, I'm grateful for my breakfast, my coffee, and my cat. It felt trivial. But slowly, something started to shift. I began noticing things I hadn't paid attention to before: the smell of fresh bread from the bakery down the street, the kindness of a stranger holding the door, the sound of birds singing in my garden. Each small acknowledgement began to lift my mood. It wasn't instant, and it certainly wasn't magic, but over time, I noticed that my mind felt lighter, my sleep improved, and my perspective on challenges changed. I wasn't just surviving anymore, I was living with awareness and appreciation. The first habit that gratitude encouraged was slowing down and noticing the moment. At 68, it's easy to feel rushed or stuck in routines: wake up, take medications, make breakfast, read the news, repeat. But when I started practicing gratitude, I had to pause. Writing down what I was thankful for each day forced me to slow down and really look at my life. I noticed how much I'd been taking for granted: the softness of my bed, the laughter of my grandchildren, even the warmth of a hot shower. When you slow down, your body responds. Stress levels decrease, your heart rate stabilizes, and you begin to feel a subtle, ongoing sense of calm. It's amazing how something so simple can have such a profound impact on your health. The second thing I learned is that gratitude strengthens relationships and emotional resilience. I began to write notes to people I appreciated: friends, family, even neighbors who made my day a little easier. Expressing gratitude, even in small ways, deepened my connections. I found that when you focus on appreciation rather than complaint, conversations become warmer, smiles come easier, and conflicts fade faster. It turns out that emotional health and physical health are tightly connected, especially as we age. Feeling appreciated, and appreciating others, reduces stress hormones, lowers blood pressure, and even supports the immune system. It's like giving your heart a gentle, daily workout, but the reward isn't muscle, it's peace, connection, and joy. Another aspect I discovered is that gratitude rewires your mindset from scarcity to abundance. As we get older, it's natural to focus on what we've lost: energy, opportunities, even friends or loved ones who are no longer with us. But actively practicing gratitude shifts your attention from absence to presence. I started noticing all the things that were still available to me, the moments I could enjoy, and the blessings I had overlooked. That mental shift has a ripple effect. It doesn't erase pain or challenges, but it gives you the strength to face them with clarity and courage. It's like walking through life carrying a lighter backpack. The burdens are still there, but they don't weigh as heavily. Now that we've talked about slowing down, strengthening relationships, and shifting mindset, let's touch on how gratitude influences physical health in very real ways. Studies have shown, and I've experienced firsthand, that people who practice gratitude regularly sleep better, recover faster from illness, and even experience less chronic pain. When I started taking a few minutes every day to reflect on what I was thankful for, I noticed fewer sleepless nights and less tension in my shoulders and back. It's not that gratitude replaces medical treatment, it doesn't, but it acts like a powerful supplement. A dose you take daily with no side effects, that improves your quality of life and supports every part of your well-being. Gratitude also encourages mindfulness and presence in daily activities. When you're thankful, you pay attention. Washing dishes, walking to the mailbox, folding laundry, mundane tasks become opportunities to notice small joys, like the scent of soap, the warmth of the sun, or the rhythm of your own breath. At first, it sounds simple, almost silly. But over weeks and months, these moments accumulate. They become the fabric of a life that feels lighter, richer, and more vibrant. You realize that living well isn't about grand gestures or expensive experiences, it's about appreciating what you already have, right here, right now. By this point, you can see a pattern emerging. Gratitude affects mind, body, and soul simultaneously. It calms the mind, eases the body, and nurtures the spirit. It's a habit that grows stronger the more you practice it. And the beautiful thing is, it's never too late to start. You don't have to wait for a new year, a new health milestone, or a life-changing event. Today, this week, you can begin noticing what's good in your life and expressing appreciation for it. Next, we'll explore how to make gratitude a natural part of your daily routine, how to expand its effects beyond personal reflection, and how it interacts with the people and experiences around you to make life fuller and more joyful. And feel that these insights are meaningful. Please type number 2 in the comments to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly invite you to do so, and don't forget to turn on the bell, so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos designed to uplift, inform, and inspire. Your support truly means a lot. It's what keeps us going and allows us to continue sharing thoughtful, helpful content just for you. Now, let's continue this journey together. Now that we've explored how gratitude calms the mind, nurtures relationships, and even supports physical health, let's dive deeper into how you can make it an integral part of your daily life. One of the most important lessons I've learned is that gratitude is more than just writing down a few things in a journal. It's a practice that can touch every aspect of your day, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. And when you start integrating it fully, the effects become more noticeable and more powerful over time. One simple way to deepen your gratitude practice is to start and end each day with reflection. I like to take just 5 minutes in the morning to think about 3 things I am thankful for. They don't have to be grand. Sometimes it's the warmth of sunlight, the taste of a favorite coffee, or even a quiet moment to myself. Then, before I go to bed, I revisit my day and reflect on what brought me joy or comfort. By pausing in these moments, I anchor myself in a sense of appreciation rather than letting stress or worries dominate my thoughts. Over time, this builds a mental habit where noticing and acknowledging goodness becomes almost automatic. Another powerful way to expand the benefits of gratitude is sharing it with others. I found that when I express appreciation to friends, family, or even acquaintances, it strengthens bonds and spreads positivity. A simple thank you note, a kind word, or even a phone call expressing gratitude can uplift someone's day, and in turn, it lifts yours. I've seen firsthand how this creates a ripple effect. When you focus on recognizing others, your perspective shifts away from what's lacking and toward what's abundant. Relationships become warmer, more authentic, and more fulfilling. And at our age, these meaningful connections are not just nice to have, they are essential for emotional and even physical health. Gratitude also has a remarkable way of reshaping how we respond to challenges. Life after 60 can be unpredictable. Health issues, unexpected changes, or even just the everyday frustrations of aging can easily weigh us down. But practicing gratitude helps me face these challenges with a steadier heart. When I notice even small blessings during difficult times, it doesn't erase the problem, but it creates space for hope and resilience. I've learned that gratitude isn't about ignoring difficulties, it's about seeing life in a broader perspective, where good and bad coexist, but the good is acknowledged and celebrated. This mindset reduces anxiety and fosters emotional strength, which is invaluable for navigating the later years of life. Another lesson I've discovered is that gratitude can transform ordinary routines into meaningful rituals. Simple activities, like making breakfast, tending the garden, or taking a walk, become opportunities to pause and reflect. I've started silently noting things I appreciate while doing these activities: the aroma of morning coffee, the rustle of leaves underfoot, the cool breeze on my face. These small moments, when acknowledged, compound over time. They remind you that life is not only about big milestones, but also about the countless small experiences that make each day worth living. And when we pay attention to them, we start noticing more of them. It's like turning everyday life into a series of little celebrations. Physical benefits continue to be significant too. Studies, supported by my own experiences, show that gratitude can improve sleep quality, reduce stress, and even support recovery from illness. For example, when I focus on gratitude at night, I notice that I fall asleep more easily and sleep more soundly. My mind is calmer, and I wake up feeling more refreshed. Stress hormones like cortisol decrease, and I feel less tension in my muscles. Over months, this simple practice has contributed to better energy levels and a sense of vitality that I wouldn't have expected at 68. It's a subtle but profound shift, almost like a gentle medicine for both body and mind, but without any prescription or side effects. Finally, I want to emphasize that gratitude fosters a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. As we age, it's easy to focus on what we've lost: mobility, opportunities, loved ones, or independence. But gratitude reminds us of what remains, what we can still enjoy, and what we still have the power to influence. By recognizing and savoring what's positive, we cultivate optimism and emotional resilience. Life becomes less about what is missing and more about what is present, enriching every experience and bringing more meaning to each day. These practices, the morning and evening reflections, expressing gratitude to others, transforming routines into mindful rituals, and focusing on abundance, form a powerful toolkit for living well after 60. They are simple, adaptable, and profoundly effective. And the more consistently you apply them, the more naturally they integrate into your life. You don't need to overhaul your entire routine or wait for a life-altering event to start. Even small, daily steps create a ripple effect that touches your health, your mood, and your relationships. Next, we'll explore the final pieces of this gratitude journey: how it can influence your long-term happiness, how it interacts with your sense of purpose, and why it's never too late to start experiencing its full impact. By the end, you'll see how gratitude is not just a feel-good practice, it's a lifestyle that can literally heal, transform, and enrich your life every single day. Now that we've talked about reflection, sharing gratitude, transforming routines, and focusing on abundance, let's explore how all of these come together to create a life that truly feels alive and fulfilling after 60. One of the most remarkable things I've learned is that gratitude doesn't just improve your mood for a few hours, it reshapes your long-term happiness and sense of purpose. When you consistently recognize and appreciate the good in your life, it becomes easier to find joy in everyday moments, and even the challenges start to feel more manageable. You begin to realize that life is not measured solely by achievements or material wealth, but by the depth of experience and connection you cultivate each day. Gratitude also enhances your sense of purpose. When I look back on my own life, I see how often I was focused on what I needed or wanted, sometimes forgetting to appreciate the people and moments that truly matter. Practicing gratitude has helped me shift from a mindset of what's next to one of what matters most right now. It encourages you to focus on meaningful activities, nurture relationships, and contribute in ways that bring satisfaction and fulfillment. Even small acts, helping a neighbor, sending a thoughtful message to a friend, or volunteering in your community, take on a new significance when gratitude guides your actions. This sense of purpose fuels motivation, energy, and a deep sense of contentment, no matter what age you are. Another powerful effect is the emotional resilience that gratitude builds. Life after 60 inevitably comes with losses and setbacks, health challenges, changes in family dynamics, or the absence of loved ones. But practicing gratitude gives you an emotional buffer. It's not about denying pain or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it's about acknowledging what's positive alongside what's difficult, which helps you process emotions in a healthier way. I've noticed that on days when I actively reflect on what I'm grateful for, I cope with setbacks more calmly, sleep better at night, and approach problems with a clearer, more balanced mindset. In a sense, gratitude becomes a protective shield for your mental and emotional well-being. It's also worth mentioning how gratitude creates a ripple effect in your relationships. When you express appreciation, it often inspires others to do the same, creating a cycle of positivity. I've sent simple notes or made phone calls just to say thank you or acknowledge someone's kindness, and the response has been incredible. Relationships feel deeper and more connected. Friendships become more nurturing, family bonds stronger, and even casual interactions are warmer and more meaningful. This social support is invaluable for emotional health, and it often translates into physical benefits too: lower stress levels, reduced blood pressure, and even better recovery from minor illnesses. By now, you can see that gratitude is much more than a fleeting feeling. It's a lifestyle. It's a practice that touches every part of life: your health, your mindset, your relationships, and your sense of purpose. The good news is that it's never too late to start. You don't have to wait for a special occasion, a perfect moment, or a dramatic life change. Even small, consistent steps can lead to profound shifts. Start with a simple habit like writing 3 things you're thankful for each day. Share your appreciation with someone you care about. Notice small joys in your daily routines. Over time, these small actions compound into a life that feels more joyful, more connected, and more meaningful. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a motivational reminder: gratitude is a gift you give to yourself. It doesn't require money, status, or extraordinary circumstances. It only requires your attention and intention. The beauty of this practice is that the more you give it, the more you receive it back. You begin to notice the richness of life, the abundance that's been there all along, and the healing that comes from simply acknowledging it. I'd love to hear from you. What are you grateful for today? Have you ever tried keeping a gratitude journal or expressing appreciation to someone? Share your experiences in the comments so we can inspire one another. Remember, it's the small, consistent actions that make the biggest difference over time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more content that supports health, happiness, and well-being after 60. Living well at our age doesn't have to be complicated. It's about noticing the good, nurturing what matters, and practicing gratitude every day. Here's to embracing life fully, appreciating the little things, and realizing that the heart can heal in ways medicine sometimes cannot.